doctors, like I said, didn't know if I'd even be able to take care of myself. And I had an uncle that told me, of course, when I was older, that when he saw me for the first time, that I was the most crippled baby he'd ever seen.
Well, sure.
And he wondered why and how God would let that happen. What kind of life was I going to have? And it was, in his mind, pretty hopeless.
It looked that way, didn't it?
Yeah, from his eyes. Now, I've had more than 30 major operations. They've corrected my ankles, my knees, my wrists. In fact, by the way, I walked when I was a little over 2, and I wore leg braces, 24 hours a day for 15, 16, 17 years. But to give you an example of my surgeries, I could barely lift a glass of water with 2 hands. And normally what I would do is put both hands around the water on the table and then bring my mouth down to the cup and maybe lift just an inch or so with my hands, because remember, I had no muscles. So what doctors did, or no biceps. So what doctors did is they took all the pectoralis muscles out of my chest and then rolled them over and gave me biceps on both sides.
So you had like a muscle transplant?
Exactly.
Wow.
And what's so fascinating about that, and I love telling this to kids, is my mind still thought the muscle was in my chest. So in rehab, I used to have to think, pull my arm down, and my arm would go up. And one day I was thinking this, and I went, bam. No, I'm just kidding. But see, surgeries, now remember, my mom was so loving, and I had so much love in my life. And my mom always taught me, since the day I was born, that God gives us life. God doesn't give me a good life or bad life. I'm given life, and it's up to me to make it good or bad. That happiness was a choice. You know, I can find excuses or blame others, or I can be thankful that I can walk or eat by myself, to always focus on what I can do.